good evening, Internet. The Real Shroom here, and tonight I'm heading back to Standard. Yes, I've been really enjoying playing Standard the last several weeks, more than I've enjoyed playing MTG and other formats for quite a while. I do like that it's relatively contained, low-powered, lots of cards that you wouldn't think would be viable are actually viable in Standard. There's nothing too crazy, like Shock is a good card in Standard, and like any format where Shock is a playable card is a format that I can really get behind and have fun with. And tonight I'm going to do what I did last week, which is try to bully the format with Sheoldred. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look. So we are a Mardu control deck, and our wincon is Shelley, this busted 4-drop that is just such a lovely wincon for any control deck that's in black. Just 4 mana, as long as the game, via the rules of the game, you just win if Sheoldred is on the battlefield, because your opponent is losing life every time they draw cards, which is something opponents generally want to do. It's also a big body that can attack through lots of different defenders because of its death touch and 5 toughness. So we're going to win with Sheoldred. That's plan A, B, and C. And we're trying to hate out the metagame a little bit. We're doing this with the 4 of main board Doorkeeper Thrull. This is a card that I played in Standard previously, but it's something that it's really good against the format in Standard and other formats as well, this effect. The fact that it has flash is really cool because you can really get people, they think they're going to get their huge ETB value. You just flash in a Doorkeeper Thrull and it shuts it down. Primarily my eyes are on like deep Cavern Bats and on decks that use Caretaker's talents to draw oodles and oodles of cards. Doorkeeper Thrull just shuts that right down. It's amazing how often this effect becomes relevant. I have no doubt that we'll see this happen over and over again in the stream. But that is the other sort of hate piece that we're playing. And the rest of our deck is just like all interaction, which is very good in Standard right now. Like removing what your opponent is trying to do, interacting them as heavily as possible is a good way to shut down the many powerful strategies that are in Standard. We'll do it with discard. A 4 of Binding Negotiation is our Thoughtseize effect. That can also grab cards in exile. A 1 of Duress in the main board and a 1 of Liliana of the Veil. We'll do it with all manner of removal, including 2 cut downs, 4 lightning helixes. Love this card. Always going to play burn when I'm in red. 2 go for the throats, 1 bitter triumph, and a 3 of Stroke of Midnight, which is sort of been my replacement for Get Lost. In many ways, it's not as good as Get Lost, but in ways that I care about, it's better. I just have had Get Lost turn into a draw 2 for my opponent so many times that I don't like playing this card. I do like the versatility of Stroke of Midnight that can hit any type of non-land permanent. The 1/1 white creature token that we give our opponent is not going to be relevant. So I like this as a 3 mana, just destroy anything instant speed. I like it over Get Lost. And then we are playing a couple of threats as well. A couple of Misery Shadow. I did want to include a couple of creatures other than Sheoldred, just so that she doesn't, just so there are other targets for removal spells besides Sheoldred and the Doorkeeper Thrulls. I do like Misery Shadow for its exile text. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So if this is on the battlefield and we go for the throat like an Aclazotz or something, that could be a problematic card for us, but no, it just gets exiled. It never turns into a land and comes back. And this also can just end the game. It's a 2-mana 2/2 that for 1 mana gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. And these kinds of like generic pump effects that pump both power and toughness are actually very good. And they make like combat a nightmare for our opponent, because they have like a creature they really don't want to lose. I have a bunch of open mana. I attack with my Misery Shadow. It's like you block and maybe lose your really big creature because I can pump my Misery Shadow to beat it in combat, or you take a huge chunk of damage because I can pump up its power for 1 mana a pop. So I am a fan of this card. Haven't had a chance to play it too much thus far. Looking forward to playing it tonight. And a 1 of Shivan Devastator. I've always really liked this fireball on a stick. It's a great late game finisher, when your opponent is out of resources because they've killed your Doorkeeper Thrulls or Sheoldreds. You just pop them with like an X = 5 or 6 Shivan Devastator and you close out the game pretty quickly. And speaking of stuff getting killed, I do have a 1 of Rakdos Joins Up that I'm trying out tonight. It's a 5 mana for an enchantment. When it enters, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. So this idea behind this is to recover a Sheoldred that's in our graveyard and bring it back as a 6/7. And then whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos Joins Up deals damage equal to that creature's power to target opponent. So it brings Sheoldred back as a 6/7 that when it dies deals 6 damage to our opponent, which is a huge chunk of damage. They're not going to be able to survive that, combined with all the pings they're getting from Sheoldred and, you know, like our burn spells and everything else that we've been doing to tax their life total. So trying out the one of Rakdos joins up. I might not really need it, but it should be fun. So I'm going to give it a go tonight. And of course, we want to find the cards that we need. We're a control deck, so some form of card advantage or selection is always good for control decks to have. I have a 4 of Mishra's Research Desk. This is a great card selection piece in red. It's like 2 card selection pieces at once. Lets us exile 2 cards and choose one of them to play until the end of our next turn, which is really cool that we can do it until the end of our next turn. So, yeah, just let's us dig for our pieces that we need. A 2 of Insatiable Avarice is like a very slow, not very good vampiric tutor. For 3 mana, we can spree it to search our library for a card, put it on top of our library. So we'll often use this to just set up our next draw to draw Sheoldred. We also, for 3 black at sorcery speed, can use it to draw cards. Target player draws 3 cards and loses 3 life. It does cost triple black, but our mana base is kind of set up to accommodate this, hopefully. This also can be just a giant burn spell for our opponents, especially if we have a Sheoldred on the battlefield. They'll take 3 damage from Insatiable Avarice, then they'll draw 3 cards, which is an additional 6 damage they'll take off the Sheoldred. So that's like 9 damage we can do using this as a burn spell, which is pretty significant, and there might come situations where we end up using the card this way, but mostly we're using it because we want some tutors are really good for this deck. We want to find Sheoldred. We want tutor type effects. So that's where we're using this. In a pinch, it can be used as card draw or a burn spell. There's a total of 24 land in the deck, which really should be sufficient given our relatively low curve. You know, we top out with Sheoldred. We have a 1 of 5 drop, but really 24 lands should be sufficient with all of our Mishra's workshops and research desks and whatnot. And, you know, it's a 3-color deck. It's standard. Mana's really bad in standard, so our mana base is slow. We have, you know, a bunch of Surveillance, some Fabled Passages. We are running 3 Demolition Fields because I feel like it's really important to run this card. In standard, there's so many creature lands. 3 might be pushing it a little too much because we only are running 4 basic lands total, but I'm trying it out. We'll see. Hopefully it'll work out okay. And as far as like creature lands, we got a couple of Restless Vents. I kind of like this card because it's cheap to activate. It has medicine, lets us cycle a card basically, so it helps us dig a little bit deeper. And we have a is that all the creature lands that we have? I guess it is. Yeah, I took out the one of black-white one. So we're just running with 2 Restless Vents as our creature lands. Sheoldred's going to really close out the game for us. That's the plan. The sideboard contains another Duress and 2 more Lilianas against control. Liliana's just a great card against control decks to grind out their hand, you know, make them get rid of those counter spells and removal spells until we can finally stick a Sheoldred. We got a couple of High Noons, which are good against a lot of matchups, actually, like the aggressive red decks. They like to multi-spell a lot. Even some of the Golgari decks that are like trying to recycle their land. They're like, that deck really likes to multi-spell as well. So there are some matchups where High Noon is going to be really good. We'll bring it in those matchups. It also just as a bonus can be a lightning axe and just extra burn. So we'll take that. I cut down in the braid our extra creature removal. A braid can double as artifact hate as well. We do have the 3 main board Stroke of Genius. We can hit artifacts. A braid aside the board helps out with that a little bit. A couple of Caught in the Crossfire as an instant speed sweeper effect. I do like having this be instant speed because it can really catch people off guard, you know, when they're trying to trigger some kind of combat trick or when they get some other kind of trigger that they're trying to get value off of from permanent on the battlefield. We can catch them off guard with an instant speed sweeper, kill all their little tokens and weenies. One of not on my watch is good to exile attacking creatures like Aclazotz. A couple of Rest in Pieces are for graveyard decks. One Lorn of the Third Path is an extra piece against artifact and enchantment decks. A couple of Metropolis Reformers are there against the discard decks, of which there are many. You know, there are lots of decks that are like Bandits Talents decks that are trying to get you to discard your hand. They're using like Hostile Investigators, Bandits Talents. They're even using targeted discard like, you know, the cruel claws, whatever, you know, Thoughtseize and Duress type effects. Metropolis Reformer shuts those all down. And if they want to spend those removal spells on the Reformer, you know, that's not like the end of the world. Those aren't removal spells they are not spending on Sheoldred. So that is the plan. We're going to body and bully the format with this still legal, busted, legendary Sheoldred finisher. And yeah, in testing, this deck has been doing pretty well. I think I'm about to crack Platinum tier, so let's play some matches and see if we can hate out the standard meta with all of our interaction and close out games with Sheoldred. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. ZYZ Puffs ZYX Zzz Puff Zzz is our opponents. We'll be on the draw. And yeah, hand looks good. We've got interaction. We can turn 1 Duress if we want. We'll keep. Alright, they grab a Plains. Yeah, I think I'll go for a turn 1 Duress. Sunfall, Archangel get lost. Sunfall is a card we really don't want to deal with, so they're like control. We'll take Archangel, I guess. Yeah, we don't want to play control, but sometimes you gotta play control. Alright, we'll put Caves and take their Sunfall. Intrude on the Mind. So it's a 5-mana card draw spell. Well, we're taking Sunfall. Well, let us continue with the discarding. Take Intrude. I think I'll play a 3/3 Dragon. Especially since I just drew Sheoldred. Now the question is, do I jam? Okay, they're going with Elspeth, so that makes my decision easy.
I am a shining ready arms.
Okay, let's go for Sheoldred. And let's map. We'll keep a research desk. They draw Get Lost.
We fight together.
Alright, let's crack our research desk. Go for a Stroke of Midnight. Kill the Elspeth. Of course, they've got double Mirrex. So we'll see if we can beat their mana base. See if they have a counterspell here too. Yep. And they've got fountain ports. Alright, let's do this. Take your No More Lies. Guess we'll crack our research desk. So I need like a Sheoldred or a Rakdos joins up. Guess I'll take Doorkeeper Thrull, even though it doesn't do anything. Yeah, we're not going to be able to beat their mana base. They've got 3 different lands that can produce tokens and or draw cards, so this is why you why you need so many demolition fields. Hey, it's Sheoldred. Alright, good enough for me. So we want Duress and Liliana. Now they could board in like Chrome Host Siege Sharks. So I'm gonna cut the cut downs. Cut one of the lightning helixes. So we have a couple of helixes. Actually, the Thrull doesn't really do anything here. So maybe I'll cut a Thrull and keep 4 lightning helixes. Anything else I want? Caught in the crossfire in case tokens get out of control. Gotta go for the throat. Yeah. Okay, something like this. I think this is a mulligan. We're really looking for some form of disruption. This lets us play a Misery Shadow turn 2, but that's it. I don't think that's good enough. Alright, and that's a 0-lander. So we'll keep this. I think we'll bottom... I mean, I want both lilies. I think... I also want Bitter Triumph. Oh boy, why did we have to get a 0-lander off our first mull? Well, we're definitely bottoming the Lightning Helix. And... I guess one of the lilies. Maybe Bitter Triumph? We can just... Nah, if they stick an Archangel, that's really bad for us. We have a Duress, though. My gut is telling me to keep both lilies, so I'm gonna do it. Alright, let's surveil. Thrull, we don't need a Thrull. A black source would be really nice to top deck. Jace, Eternal Wanderer, 3 steps ahead. I'll take Jace. We didn't draw a black source. So the question is, do we Lily into the counterspell? Oh, okay. Binding Negotiation is good. Get lost, so they can get lost the Lily. I think I'll take the counterspell. Alright, let's try to Lily. We drew another counterspell. Alright, missing land drops, not good.
A fight? And you think you can win?
We'll discard Shelley or Rakdos joins up. Rakdos can reanimate Shelley. Or do we do Duress? Duress.
It's no fun when they hit back.
I'll make the most of the little thing. We can win this together.
Alright, well, Shelley, got a lot of heavy lifting to do here. What do we want? This doesn't really matter. Black, I guess, because we do have some triple black.
Phyrexian's plans are already in motion. Heal.
I brought back.
Alright, let's go for a map here. Caught in the crossfire? That looks pretty good. Map again. Leave that on top. Well, yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. That's too bad. Blue-Eye Control is a bad matchup for us in general.
We can improve upon your ideas.
And on a multi-5, yeah, I don't know if this is even worth playing anymore. On a multi-5, I think we just save ourselves some time. Boo. Ace Martinez is our opponent in round 2. And this hand looks fine. We'll keep. Okay, Abzan showing. Okay, so this is a Doorkeeper matchup. That's good. If we can ever find one. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, we'll kill the bat with what? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we'll just use our mana and do it this way. Now, it's my experience that the bats never come in one. They're always like 2 to 3 bats. Mosswood. Alright, let's kill this thing. We get a food. We get denied our white source. Here's the Mosswood. Alright, I think we'll kill their creature land. play a Thrull. Sheoldred. Alright, I think we'll play a 3/3 dragon. There's a go for the throat. Another bat. No, just a Dread Knight. Alright, let's attack with our dragon. Play Shelley. There's another 3/2. And another 3/2. They're at 9. Check this out. You draw 3 and lose 3 life, and then lose 6 more. Sweet! That's the first time I've done that. Okay, so we want Rest in Peace. I think we want Metropolis Reformers. Liliana's not the greatest. No, we want the Strokes. Let's cut a go for the throat. Let's cut a research desk. I guess maybe Duress. Duress is good against them, but we gotta cut something. Okay, we got a Thrull and a Rest in Peace, so that's keep easy. We'll keep a land. Alright, no turn to bat is good for us. The question is, do I want to hold up the Thrull, or do I want to just play Rest in Peace? I think I want to hold up the Thrull. Okay, I will run it out. It gets killed. Alright, let's play Rest in Peace. Plus Research Desk. Glissa. Alright, let's activate our research desk. Just lands. So the Black Fleet Cliffs would enter tapped. I guess that means we'll take the mountain. Just play the mountain. And I'll just Stroke of Midnight to Glissa, because I don't want them to draw cards. Or kill my Rest in Peace. They get a 1/1. There's a Sentinel. Hey, what's up, Franceschi? Thank you for the follow. Well, we've got 3 Sheoldreds in hand, so... Oh, we don't have double black, really? Alright. Let's go for a research desk and crack it. And we just get a couple of lands. I guess I'll take another demolition field. Okay, so we'll play our free land, play Sheoldred. They have the kill spell. They have an Archangel Elspeth.
Follow my light. Form up on me.
Stroke of Midnight. Alright, let's go for Shelley number 2. Rest in Peace does exile our Misha's work desk, which is too bad. We also should board out Rakdos Joins Up when we bring that in. Okay, they have another kill spell. So I guess I'll get rid of Elspeth before it can activate.
But I believe you can win.
There's the Inkeeper's talent. So I think we're dead here. Yeah, we can scoop. That's fine. We don't have anything that can deal with their board. So we actually want Duress. We want Cut Down. Want Lily. Do I even want Rest in Peace? They don't look like they're the graveyardy Golgari. They have the Mosswood Dreadknights, but I don't think they have any of the other fancy, like, food tricks. So we're actually going to cut the Rest in Peace. Go add a Lauren. 1, 2. Maybe I don't want Metropolis Reformers. 3. Yeah, I'll cut the Metropolis Reformers. They're not super discard heavy. They just have the bats. This hand looks okay. It kind of gets wrecked by deep Cavern Bats, but I don't want a mulligan. We'll keep. We don't need more lands. Okay, I want to play an untapped land so I can be sure to be able to kill a bat if they play one right now. Inkeeper's talent, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna play the Cave of Carlos. Creature of the Schism. And we'll just kill that. I'll pay 3 life. Binding Negotiation. Sure, let's Binding Negotiation. Archfiend, Mentor. I think I'll take the Archfiend. Alright, kill the one they're boosting up. Got a bunch of food. I think I'm gonna pass. I'm tempting to just tutor a Sheoldred, but I kind of want them to spend mana on leveling their thing so that I can kill it. Can't do both this turn, so I think I'll pass. Oh, it didn't stop. It didn't give me priority before combat. That's so lame, dude. So now there's a question of, do I kill this? I guess I have to kill this, because it's like a combo piece also. I should have had a window before they could get that trigger. I guess I have to like start going full control or something. I don't know. Arena just doesn't do that for you sometimes. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter what we're putting on top of our library, because we're doing this. That's so lame, dude. That should be a 3-2. Alright, let's play Shelley. Just play... Just hold on to this, I guess. They're gonna gain some life. Do we want to block? I don't think so. Let's take it. We don't want to give them another card. I mean, it does hurt them quite a bit. Lauren. I think we'll wait on the Lauren. Alright, they're sacking all their food. Yeah, let's go ahead and block. Okay, they're gonna lose 3 life to draw a card. Here comes the Dread Knight again. Let's go ahead and kill their cottage. Only one basic left in our library. Misery's Shadow is pretty good. We can activate it in response to the cut down. Activate it again in response to the cut down. So that's a huge problem for them, because that means their Dread Knight doesn't come back now. There's a deep Cavern Bat. Alright, let's see our Lauren. Alright, that Dread Knight is not coming back. And they scoop. Yes, the Misery Shadow got him good. Alright, I like that creature. Plumbus is our opponent. Teferi Avatar, could be blue-white control again. We'll keep this. Research desk. We can put that in the graveyard. We have one in hand, plus we can actually cast it from our graveyard. Okay, it could be Dimir Control. Let's take a look. Farsight Ritual, Beseech, Oracle of Tragedy. What would they be seeking up with Beseech? They're a bargain deck. So I guess I'd rather them have that than Beseech if they're gonna bargain, right? Callous Sellsword, what is that doing? They're a graveyard deck, apparently. They discard a land. Alright, I think I'll play a research desk. Demolition fields. Okay. Go grab my mountain. Spyglass Siren, let's Doorkeeper that. Shut down a TTD. Alright, let's crack the research desk. Devastator or Thrull? I'll take the Devastator. We can X equals 4 it next turn. Go for the throat. Okay. Sure. That won't be hitting my dragon. So they do get their map token. Alright. Let's X equals 4. They're gonna chump. Alright, let's attack with the dragon. Jump again. I mean, that's less stuff they have to bargain with, so I don't mind too much. We'll crack one of these research desks. Insatiable Avarice or Stroke of Midnight. I have a feeling they might do something horrible next turn, so I think I'm going to take Stroke of Midnight. They're just going to do their Farsight ritual. They're going to get a good look at a bunch of cards, so... I would love to top deck like a Duress or a Binding Negotiation. Alright, I think I'll just destroy this Restless Reef before I forget they have it. Shelley! Alright, we're gonna lose our Stroke of Midnight, which is unfortunate, but... we get Sheoldred. It's the Orzhov. Whenever you cast an instant or sword, it gets a rebound. When it dies, returning to the battlefield as a land. Okay. Callous Sellsword. Gonna kill my dragon? Okay. Sure. That's a very slow return effect. Let's do some research. More Sheoldreds. Okay. This will attack. Shuffling 3 cards into their library. Come on, Misha. Give me something good. Doorkeeper Thrull. Okay. Urtai. How about a Doorkeeper Thrull? Urtai does nothing. Mishra, hook us up. Bitter Triumph Liliana. Let's go Liliana. Play it. Minus.
Something suspicious is going on.
Sacrifices must be made.
Alright. Let's get rid of the Urtai. We lose our second Shelley. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Homicide Investigator. Not really sure what's going on there. Opponent passes. Okay. Well, they have to block if I attack, right? I think I'll plus.
We all have things we
I'll get rid of Go for the Throat. It can't kill the Dragon Engine. And I want this Rakdos joins up if they have a kill spell for Sheoldred. Alright. They scoop it up. So we want Rest in Peace, that's for sure. Which means we don't want Rakdos joins up. We want, I think we want Duress and Liliana. So we can cut a couple of research desks since we get half value off those. Go for the Throat can't kill artifacts. I'll go lose a Lightning Helix, go something like that. Cool. We've got turn 2-1, or we can Duress on 1, or we can play a tap land, Duress on 2, Binding Negotiation on 3. I like it. We've got a Thrull. Oh, opponent just scooped the match. Okay. Alright, some kind of weasel or possibly an otter. I'm not sure what kind of animal that is our opponent. We'll play first. That's a 0-lander. And that's a keepable hand. On one of these Black Cleave Cliffs. Thrull, I'll keep that. Okay. A pinging desert. Interesting. Oh, I should have played my Inspiring Vantage. That was dumb. That was real dumb. I can't instant speed my Doorkeeper Thrull. And I can't Lightning Helix. Boy, that was terrible. Now I'm like totally behind tempo-wise. If I just kill that thing. But I think I'm gonna do it. That's a weasel, right? I think it's a weasel. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it does 1 damage to each opponent. Alright, I think I'll go for Misery Shadow. Flash in my Thrull. I guess I'll just try to keep up my Shadow alive. Oh, duh. I need to pump it twice. Oh no, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, Punt City. It's been a long week. Okay, let's duress you. Invasion. Flame Lash. Yeah, we'll see. Looking a little sketchy. We do have a removal spell for their Alania. Come on, Misha, hook us up. Shivan Devastator, Thrull. Guess I'll take the Devastator. Hopefully we can bait out the Flame Lash with this. Okay, they have a Lightning Strike. So they still have their Flame Lash. So I would love to draw a land. To any target. Okay. So that can go face, huh? Well, I'm gonna lose this Devastator if I don't play it now. We gotta tap land, unfortunately. Helix is good. So I guess we'll X equals 4. Yeah, I mean, I could try to do it for 2. Nah. If I do it for 1, that leaves me enough mana to use my research desk also, but then they just won't bother killing it, so... I think, unfortunately, it's just gonna get flame lashed. Lightning Helix will be good, though. And they are out of cards. Alright. Misha, hook us up. Another Lightning Helix. Well, let's go ahead and just cast that. Well, more lands is certainly not what we want. Cut down, that's fine. I don't think we want to use it on the 1/1. Flame Lash us for 4. Shock us for 2. Okay, maybe we do want to use Lightning Helix on the 1/1. Shock us for 2. Can I get a Sheoldred? Alright, I like opponent's deck. I mean, they're burning. And we just draw another land. There's Shelley. Alright, we dodged a burn spell. So now I think we're in the clear, possibly? We drew another Sheoldred too. So, hopefully we have turned the corner. Stroke of Midnight? Sure, we'll leave that on top. Sheoldred just kills so fast. Artist Talent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card if you draw. Alright, so non-creature spells cost 1 less. If a source would deal non-combat, deals that much plus 2. Okay. Good game, they say. I think they're dead, right? Yes. So we want High Noon, because they're a deck that wants to go off with spells. We absolutely want Metropolis Reformer. And we want Duress. Maybe we want Lauren too. We don't need Liliana. I don't think the Thralls do anything in this matchup. Nah, we're just gonna cut them. They don't seem good. I'm not sure what they would have. I think there's an Otter that maybe does something, but we're not gonna keep in Thralls just for that. I don't know, maybe Liliana is decent. Cut Bitter Triumph, it's a little costly on life. Cut a Research Desk. Yeah, we don't need Lauren. That's an Otter, I guess, right? Kind of a skinny Otter. So here we have removal and discard, so that's a keep. Alright, I think this turn we'll get Black Source number 2. Yeah, pretty sure it's an Otter, because that's kind of what's happening in the world of MTG at the moment. Otters are all the rage. Okay. I think we'll go for Binding Negotiation. We'll take Pearl of Wisdom. We don't want them drawing cards. More Sheoldreds. Alright, we'll take one of their lightning strikes, I guess. Alright, let's play oh, it's a tap land. It's a tap land. Alright, I think we're gonna kill this guy. Duress. Well, let's go for Shelley. We could block the bolt, then we play Shelley number 2. I think I like that. We're a little low on life. We could have bolted while that thing was still alive to deal an extra damage. Sure. Now an untapped land wouldn't be bad. Okay, we draw Shelley number 3, so that makes it even easier. Lightning Helix is great. Let's duress you. Lightning Strike, Flame Lash. Take Flame Lash. Now, Insatiable Avarice is a burn for 9 at this point. So we actually can just Helix them. Yeah, I'll just Helix you now. They scoop. Okay. Yeah. We outburn the burn deck. Dose. Period is our opponent. And our hand looks great. We got discard, we got Misery Shadow and Shelley. Lead on a tap land. Commune with nature. Grabs Armored Kincaller. So it looks like dinos. Alright. Let's Binding Negotiation. Rumbling Rock Slide, Panicked Allosaur, Hulking Raptor. I think I'll just take this Hulking Raptor now. Another opponent running the pinging deserts, which I can appreciate. They got quite a few pinging deserts in their mana base, it would appear. I like the pinging deserts. I kind of want to play my Rakdos ping deck again with the new Vine Lasher lizards that ping, that are offspring, and they ping whenever you landfall. So that could be a lot of additional pings. So I know I've played it twice. It's really tempting to play it again because it's so fun. And I do want to get back into Pioneer now that the bans are a thing. All right. Let's play our Misery Shadow. There's the King Caller. They're gonna gain 3. They reveal their Panicked Altosaur. Lightning Helix. Well, I think I'll just attack with the Shadow. Alright, we'll pump it by 2. Get in for 4. Now they're going to be tempted to use this on my Misery Shadow. They went this way. Search your library for a basic land. Alright, they're ramping. I think I will Helix that dinosaur since I've got 2 Helixes. So I need to grab my planes. Alright, I don't want to play Shelley. Get you for 5. Hold up Helix and Doorkeeper Thrull. There's the Panicked Altosaur. Alright, I'm just gonna play my Thrull to use my mana. Let's attack with the Shadow. See, this is why the Shadow is so good. It's like, what do you do here? Okay, they just let it through. Hit you for a bunch. Hit you for 7. Okay, they gotta kill the Shadow. I think we'll just take that. Alright, let's play Sheoldred. Should have left up red-white instead of pumping for full there. Why? How's it going, Turkey? They don't have, in case they play something with 3 toughness, I'd rather just do damage to them. They're at 7. Now I can Lightning Helix their face. In case I needed to Helix. I didn't need to Helix. Dynamaton. How much did that spell do to it? It did 5 to it, I think. Yeah, it's equal to their land, so that removal spell was going to be 5. This is, you know, when we're in a position, I think this deck wants to get in damage where it can, because we have so few, you know, actual win cons. So I really like having this. Like, they're dead now because I have this Lightning Helix. They're actually dead right this second. Okay, so dinosaurs. Big dumb green dudes. I think Liliana's gonna be really good against them. Cut down, probably not gonna be so great. Maybe even not on my watch in case they get some kind of huge threat. No counting for strange picks? Yeah, well, you know. I am a jank aficionado. Let's see. Do we want to cut anything else? I think we can cut Duress. Just keep the binding negotiations because they can hit the creatures as well. This hand isn't great, but I think we'll keep it. We get a Scribe, we have a removal spell. We have our colors. What's this with their gaining life land all of a sudden? Doorkeeper Thrull? Guess we'll keep it. Commune with nature. Alright, I'm gonna play an untapped land so I can cast my Thrull. Hammer Skull. I do like Hammer Skull, okay. Question is, do I want to kill the Hammer Skull? I probably do. It is just a one-off attack for 6. It's not even untapping next turn. I don't know. Do I even kill this? It might be a mistake, but yeah, I'm gonna kill it. 6 is a lot of damage. Lightning Helix, okay. Alright, I think we want to... Let's get a swamp. Let's tutor up our Sheoldred. Oh, I don't have double black. Oops. I could have gotten double black if I played my Fabled Passage. More Lightning Helixes. Alright, I'll play Demolition Field and Shelley. Izzet does nothing because of the Doorkeeper Thrull. Okay, well, we can't stop that. Let's go ahead and just Helix this. Hey, it's Shelley. Commune with nature. grabs a Dynamaton. Just more lands for us. Alright, let's attack. Gonna double block. Okay, let's Helix the Dynamaton. Galta. That's a 12/12. I mean, they don't get any free creatures, but that's a big boy. Oh, Liliana is brutal. Edict to you?
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it. Off you go.
Okay. We absolutely destroy the dinos. I feel bad about that one. Little bad. Linked Horse is our opponent. That's a one-lander, so we'll mulligan. And this hand looks fine. We'll bottom Vince. Alright, more pinging deserts. Our opponents are very pingy tonight. Doorkeeper Thrull, number 2. Sure, we'll keep that on top in case it's good. Oh, it's gonna be great. Inspiring Vantage. Bats. Alright, we'll stifle the ETB trigger. Insatiable Avarice. So, what do we want? Sheoldred, right? We just want Sheoldred. Although we can't play it next turn. We have the Rakdos joins up in our hand, so... Zorleen. Take it. Mishra's research desk. We want a removal spell. Another one of those things. Yeah, we're getting killed by that, that's for sure. Yeah, we're actually dead. A Sheoldred. Whenever a bat attacks. Yeah, we're just dead to the attack triggers. Okay. So we want Cut Down. I think we want Metropolis Reformers. Not on my watch. Rest in peace. Maybe all this removal. Caught in the crossfire. We want a lot of stuff. We don't want Lily. We're cutting Rest in Peace, so we cut Joins Up. We cut a couple of desks. Cut Duress. Cut an Avarice. Stroke of Midnight. Maybe one Shelley and one Shadow. Let's try it like this. All the killing we can do all the time. Pretty aggro draw from our opponent. And no interaction from us. Alright, this is great. Alright, let's go for Rest in Peace, or do we go for Misery's Shadow? Go Rest in Peace. You Cavern Bat. Well, we got 2 removal spells. They take Misery's Shadow. Alright, let's just try a Metropolis Reformer. Kill it. Alright, let's play Sheoldred. LS il-Kor, Essence Channeler. We'll go for the throats. Oh, that thing has Death Touch. Oops. Okay. Another Essence Channeler. Alright, let's kill that one. Alright, let's kill the bat. Play our Shadow. Here comes a Restless Fortress. Block here. Kill your Restless Fortress. A Braid. That's a good draw. Let's attack. Pump our dude. Hit you for 9. Alright, I'll braid this guy. They scoop. They are dead. Alright, Misery Shadow's pretty good, actually. Leona's not bad either. Maybe I don't want the caught in the crossfires. Bringing in all this extra removal. Yeah, something like this. And that looks great. If I can find white mana. There's white mana. Okay. Probably just want to kill this guy, right? Okay, so let us abrade. Alright, let's Thoughtseize you. Hazel's Nocturne. Okay. Sheoldred, please. Let's go for a Metropolis Reformer. Okay. Let's attack. Thoughtseize you. Oh, that was a... not on my watch. I thought it was a rest in peace. Okay. They have a Sheoldred. Hey, Lightning Helix is good. They have a go for the throat for Shelley. Alright, let's attack. Do you have any creature lands? No. We do. Play another Reformer. Yeah, Hazel's Nocturne does give them their graveyard value. I don't know if we can beat Sheoldred. Attack, attack, attack. Oh, not on my watch, you don't. Stroke at midnight, excellent. They're gonna make a fish. Go ahead and kill that. sack the fish to draw a card. Essence Channeler is not a flyer. Alright, 2-turn clock here. They do have a removal spell. Bitter Triumph. Long goodbye. Alright, they've killed all my stuff. I think it's hexproof. Alright.
A whole legion of enemies. I love the challenge.
So we're getting drained.
You're not safe.
Guess we'll kill that. They get a 1/1. Target creature you control. We don't have Sheoldred's Edict or anything. Death's Misery's Shadow is good.
It's what you deserve.
She doesn't have an ultimate, right? Nope. Four, 5, 6. Okay. So their board is clean. Let's get a good scry here. Fabled Passage? No thank you. Sheoldred. Zorleen. Yeah. I don't think we can beat that.
Just give up already.
I think I'm dead. Just a land. Okay, GG's. Well, that was unfortunate. Game 1, we just kind of got ran over, and there, yeah. Alright, so our final record was 4-2 with this version of Sheoldred Mardoom Interaction Control. And I think the deck is good, you know? I think lots and lots of interaction is a very good way to go in this standard, because even some of the most powerful decks, like Golgari Midrange, which we did beat, can be disrupted if you've got lots of removal, discard, lots of ways to thwart their plan. I'm a big fan of Doorkeeper Thrull. I really think it's good in Standard, and I don't mind mainboarding it. I feel like in more than half the matchups, it's gonna have some kind of relevance. So I don't mind running the mainboard copies at all, boarding them out for more removal or whatnot. So yeah, I think it's a cool deck. I think it's pretty good the way it is. Not sure what I would change about it. Like Blue-White Control, we got crushed by. That's just a bad matchup. I'm not sure how much more you can do to try to make the deck decent against it. Like, it's already got a ton of discard. That deck, like Sunfall decks in general, are just really bad for this deck because we don't want them exiling Sheoldred. We have so few win cons. So that's a bad matchup, but I don't think there's anything that really needs to be changed. I mean, maybe the mana base could be improved by someone who's a real wizard at building standard mana bases, but mana's pretty rough in standard right now. But I think it's a cool, fun, powerful deck, and you can certainly play it and win some games. It's well positioned in standard right now, and Sheoldred is just like the best win con, because she's only 4 mana, and she just, by the rules of Magic, wins the game if she stays on the battlefield. So, cool. I think as far as Sheoldred decks go, I like my Jeskai or 4-color version a little better, because I just love Surge of Salvation as a way to protect Sheoldred and like Skrelv and stuff. That deck is definitely more all in on like, I just protect Sheoldred and win with Sheoldred. But as the win con in a nice controlling interactive deck like this, I think it's fine. Misha's research desk is great for red decks that want like a little bit of card selection. I really like this card. I think it's extremely powerful. Easy 4-of in a deck that has no blue, no access to blue, and therefore no access to like card advantage and card selection. So, good deck. Shelley's busted. Use her as your win cons in black deck. And yeah, interact with your opponents a lot in standard. I think that's a good way to win some matches. But that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed Mardoom Sheoldred Mardu Control standard. If you did, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, and I hope you'll come back and tune in for next week's iteration. Have a good night.